Hi everybody, I'm Shauna and this is Ring of Light Crafts. We were supposed to go live the other day and work on a skeleton. Unfortunately, by the time we got out of the VA hospital, it was like, oh my God, so tired. We didn't get home until like almost 9 o'clock. And that was with driving a very long ways to get home. So we did not get to go live. I've been too tired for the last few days. Hi, Jane. I'm working on a project and can't really tell anybody what the project is, not just yet. Because one, I don't know if I'm good enough. So this is what we're gonna do. Oh, Red's working on something over here. Can't tell nobody that either. Okay. Oops. So I just thought we'd just pop in and do a live on a sketch. And where did my paint go? That's why I can't get in my drawer. My paint's in my drawer. My filing cabinet is totally not letting me in. So I can't get the paints out that I want to work with. Hi, Melissa. Yes, Jane, everybody's doing okay. Oh, Johnny had to see eye specialists. Kind of sucks being a blind man, right? So he did have that procedure to give him back his sight, but he is losing his sight again. So that's why we were at the hospital. But everything's okay. He's at a stable level right now. Anyways, so what we're going to do is we're going to draw something. I really wanted my pins /paint, but unfortunately they're really stuck in that cabinet and my hands are too fat. I can't reach in and just gotta pull them in. So we're just going to draw the base of what I'm trying to do. Red, please. Whatever that is. The puppy's eating something. Don't want it to eat nothing. Unless it's food. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start drawing something. And let's just see what we make.
I screwed this up.
No, actually you did not. It looks pretty bloody good in my opinion. Keep working with it. Don't erase it. Keep working. Anyways, I'm going to bring you guys down. Yeah, it is, Jane. But unfortunately, only God can heal the blind. But they did a bloody good job. He had his vision back for about 1.5 to 2 years. So he's doing pretty good. He's okay with it. He knows what he's expecting, being blind before. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and lower you guys down. And let's get started. Oh, hi, Tammy. So let's go ahead and get started, you guys. I'm going to bring you guys down. Once again, this is just a start of something. I wanted to do the creature. Hi, Teresa. But I cannot find the face of my creature. So I will be looking for that tonight, just so there's a heads up. And I'm hoping to be able to get back on tomorrow to build the creature's face. And then we will attach it and continue with the body. And I got all these things going in my head for a creature, and I'm so excited. Anyways, so let's get started. I'm going to bring you guys down. Watch your eyes. And I got stuff all over my shirt. What does that look like? Keep practicing, Red. You'll get it. Okay. So, that is not even a pencil. We're going to try something, you guys, just to see. Grab a few of these pens. Not that kind of pen. Now, these are just regular pens. Okay. Just regular pens, you guys. And my pencil is very, very dull. So normally don't draw with the dull one, but we're going to do it anyways. No, Baby L. Yeah, Baby L's. She's having fun, you guys. Baby L is Red's puppy. She's been a little sick for a while. Calm down. It's okay. Good girl. So she's just excited. She's feeling better. Anyway, so what we're going to work on is, well, let me not tell you. Let me just see what you guys can see in it. Baby, I want to play. Okay, tell me what you all think, because I'm just trying to figure something out here. I just didn't want to do it alone. And Red is working on a project as well.
Not well.
There's no such thing as a bad project.
Yeah, there is.
No, there isn't. You just got to work and build. So what I'm doing right now is just round. Basically, guys, as you can tell, they're simply round circles. They're not perfect. They're being scribbled on. I don't want them perfect. And of course, if anybody knows, I just really don't want anything perfect, because in life there is nothing perfect. You know, those wonderful, those great, but not everything is what we would consider perfect. And perfect is in the eyes of the beholder. So we're just going to try something here. I think I will go ahead. What did you do? Now we're going to switch it off to a pen. Now this is something I have not done in years, literally. And I actually wish I had ink and a quill to do this with.
I have a quill.
I don't have no ink. I ran out.
I have a really bad red ink.
Yeah. Oh, I'll take the red. Yeah.
If I can find it.
So if you think about it, you guys, this is October. Well, I mean, you don't have to think about it. You know it's October. And the circles we can do pretty much into anything. You can be grapes, oranges, or in some cases, eyeballs. If you notice some of the lines just kind of looking really scribbled, this pretty much is like a shading section. There won't be any designs in here other than just the ink itself. And we're just going to go ahead and just do a few of this, few areas like this. And all I'm doing is basically I am scribbling. I'm taking the part where there's not really a circle, and I'm doing up and down lines, and then I'm doing cross lines. I am just turning this into a shaded area before I even decide what I'm drawing. Why I'm doing it backwards? Well, I'm dyslexic. I'll blame it on my dyslexia. So I just figured, why not? Let's just play, figure out what we can make out of it. Really wish I could get to my paints, but we'll settle for a quill. Okay. Go ahead and I'm going to switch back to a pencil. This is actually a very nice pencil. I can't think of the name of it. But it's an art pencil. They're actually, Black Wings. Let me show it to you guys. These are actually very nice pencils.
But I found the blue and yellow.
Okay. We'll see if it's any good. It's been a while since this has been open. Yeah, this may just be ink and a quill. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Now, there's two colors of ink, so I'm just going to shake them every now and then. So we're going to go ahead. Yeah, they may be too old. You know what, guys? This is actually tattooing ink. A friend of mine that used to do all kinds of art gave me these, and I just use them in all. He did tattoos. I don't, so I just use them for art projects. So anyways, we can go ahead and we're going to add our pencils in here. And I'm going to go ahead, and since this is Halloween, we'll make a nice little black circle here. And we're going to turn this into an eye. This would probably be a softer pencil. Yeah, I was afraid. My pen, oh, here it is. They don't want to work. Okay, we're going to go ahead. And we're just going to turn this into like the little black center of your eye. Little pupil here. And then we're going to go ahead. And now, you guys, once you get your little circle made, or however big you want your eye to be, you're going to go ahead and do the black center. And then from that point, I always do lines. I'm not trying to make a perfect eye like one would stand out, blossom, gleam, like a lot of the artwork that's out there, which is amazing. What I'm going to do is we're going to make our lines. We're going to come from the outside in. And we're just going up. We're just making very simple eyes. Nothing elaborate about them at all. And then what we're going to do is, because we just did the lines coming in, we got these little parts of the lines here, which is kind of really boring. So what we're going to do is you're going to take your pen or pencil, whatever you're doing, and you're just going to go around that edge and kind of do this. You're just like scribbling through it. And now you got an eye. So I'm going to go ahead and go to this next one. We'll go ahead and just put like a little pupil here. And then I'm going to come from the bottom up. And go ahead and do the surrounding. Once again, make them round. Now, I'm going to go ahead and do one over here. I think I'll put the dog pupil. I can't say it right, so I'm going to quit trying to say it. Right over here. And we're just going to do the same thing. But this eye, he's kind of looking up. Remember, I'm going from the bottom up, not the top down. I'm coming from the bottom up. And then you just kind of like adding these little circle stripes going through the eyes. Kind of hide that little bottom part there. And then we're going to go ahead and come down. Once again, we have a dark section here. So we're just going to scribble it in. We're going back and forth both ways. This nice little dark section here. And we're going to bring it right down into this other eye. Let me see. Let's see if this paint's, oh, geez. This ink's any good, guys. Oh, this won't even squeeze. Okay, but who says we have to use that, right? Who says we can't just see what's going on with this? Yeah. That's pretty much just good now for what it is. The shape of a bottle, and oh, got it open. Let's see what the blue looks like. Let's see if it's usable. Yeah, no, it's not, you guys. But they're cool looking. All right. So now we're going to go right back to our eyes. And I'm just going to put it whatever you want. Now, if we did it with a pencil, let me show you a difference with the pencil. Let me find my pencil. We're going to go ahead and just pick one of the eyes. How about right here? I don't know why I keep being drawn here. We're going to do it right here. I'm going to go ahead and just add my little center here. I'm going to leave a little white spot, but what I want to show you is how neat these things are. I know they have a specific name, although I have never ever used that name, and I don't remember it now. So this is a shader, I will tell you that. And what we do with that is we're just going to use this, kind of give it a little fine touch around the edges. And now we're going to go ahead, switch off real fast. I'm going to go ahead and make our little lines again. And some side lines, and then some more lines coming into this eye. And, oops, why did I put that down? Habit, grabbing the pencil, because I have too many things in my head when I'm making. And we're just going to add some shading right through here. Just fill that in kind of. Now the shader, because my hands are too big to reach in those fine little details I want right there, we're going to go ahead. And this shader will just, as you can tell, kind of blends in everything. So it's kind of cool. Let's go one way, then you can bring it back the other way if you want it. And just kind of fill in these lines. And now if you really, really want it to be specific and you wanted a white spot, take your eraser lightly, take the edge, and just kind of add where you think you might have a little white reflection on the eye. And go to your next one. So, I wonder if this pen works. so many pins and they don't want to work. So let's just see. Okay, this one, guys. Let's go ahead and get another eye here, and then we'll change the rest into something else. But this eye, we're going to kind of do a little different. We're going to make it into like a cat eye. We're just going to use a pen, but we're all going to keep the same concept. We want the round pupil or the round eye itself, because this is the eyeball. This is our centerpiece. And if I had yellow paints and stuff, I really wish I could get in my drawer. And we're just going to go ahead and bring the lines from the outside in once again, just because I'm going to use this for some shading. And I'm kind of doing it not really the way an eye is for a cat eye. I just thought it'd be kind of different, kind of cool. And just scribble some things in here for some shade. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to connect the two.
Can I get tissue, please?
Sure.
I screwed up this one side.
Oh, actually, that's pretty good. Red is practicing with paint that you put on your body paint.
No, I'm not. I'm practicing with makeup.
Oh, you're using your makeup instead. Okay, she's using makeup, guys.
I don't have any body paint, so I'm using makeup.
Okay, well, she's doing quite well. I told her it'll put her into music. Oh, music. She's in music. Into speaking of music. Sorry. We have to, I really like that, by the way. You're doing good. Put her into a makeup for Wi-Fi. Sci-Fi, not Wi-Fi. And we're just going to add this. I'm just adding some of the dog pen around the pencil eyeball, because I'm going to leave it that way. Because who says it has to be the exact same? Now we're going to come over here and we're just going to make some circles, because who says they all have to face the exact same way? Who says they have to have anything of the same designs on them? So we're just going to scribble some little circles in here. It's not working.
I think I'm using two different shades.
Ah, gotcha. Okay. So now we got our little section of eyeballs, okay?
I need black. I don't have some.
Sacrifice. Okay, let me see. I'm going to start it here. So now what I'm going to do... What happened? It does not. Oh, you okay? What's wrong with her? Anna, you are a weird dog. We're going to go ahead. Sorry, guys. She jumped and then she got her face like this close to the blanket, like there was something right there touching on, and it's like, there ain't nothing there, dog. What are you doing? Okay. So we're just scribbling. We're just playing around with some ideals of what we might want to see. Now, I want this kind of a semi-round shape here. So literally, we're just going to do loops like this back and forth. We're going to go ahead and get our little shader, and we're going to shade this in. Or in this case, you can actually use your finger. It'll probably be a lot faster and easier. Now, with that ink or pencil on my hand, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull this all the way underneath my other little round circles here. What they're going to be, God only knows so far. And we're going to make it what it would look like a container if I did it right. But since it's just going to be fun, who says it has to be a certain way?
Do you think I should use the eyeliner or outline like that?
Yes, I do. I think so. Okay, I'm going to just kind of make them like they're falling. Go ahead and add one here. Now, since we got this here kind of started here, we're going to jump right over here to this side, you guys, because something in my head just keeps popping out and it's saying pumpkin. So, of course, as you can tell, I can't carry a tune, so we're going to make a pumpkin. with that note, we're going to make kind of a round circle. My pencil is dying. Kind of a round circle. Just bring it down and bring it up. And then we're just going to kind of bring it out a little more this way and bring it that way. Now, my centerpiece, I kind of do want my top on the top. Some people might put it on the side. We're going to go ahead and keep it to the top. We're going to go ahead. We're going to add like a little, almost like a crescent moon, upside down, right at the top base. And then we're going to come on the inside, and we're just going to make a line coming from both sides of that little crescent. Normally I would make it a lot bigger, but I did not. So we're going to make it bigger before we continue with that, because it has to be just a wee bit bigger. And we're just going to bring it up. I'm not going to erase that. We're going to shade it. And we're going to make that part of our design. So no mistakes or no a mistake. We're going to include it into our design. We're just going to shade that in here. They got a marble or something. That's what it sounds like. Then we'll go ahead and add a little dogger right through here. And then we're going to kind of like angle the top, you guys. So you want it, once again, kind of like your half crescent moon. And then you're going to come up like you're filling the other half in. That way you can see that after you got cut off there. Now we're not going to worry about the leaves or anything. Go back down to our pumpkin. And now we're going to start really. Whoa, you all right? Don't let that fall on you. It'll break you. And we're just going to make it nice and dark lines. And this does not have to be perfect. So we're going to bring it up. And we're just going to make kind of like a little loop right there. Oops, my pencil is just dying, guys. Come down and make this here nice and dark. Now in the front and center, I am going to go ahead. Sorry, something bit me. All the mosquitoes got in. So many of them right now, it's unreal. And we're just going to loop our center and come right back up with it. And then we're going to go ahead and just put another little loop here and maybe one through here. And there's our pumpkin. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're still going to use our pencil. We're just going to come up to the top and let's just have some fun. Let's just make some little curlies. Nothing great at all. Let's just make some curlies here. However long, however you want them. Kind of reminds me of a bird. I did a bad job on that. So we're going to make it a better one, right? Remember, there's no wrong in art. So we're going to just bring this up. And we're just going to add to it. Who says it can't be? And I'm just going to add here and then here. And then maybe we'll go ahead and put like a leaf here. Can't think of what a pumpkin leaf looks like. So I'm just going to put maybe a fall type leaf. And something, scribble it right in here. And we're just going to work on making that look like a real leaf here in a minute. So you just
too hard on the shading on one side and not enough on the other.
Add it to the other. I think it looks great. And then we're going to go ahead and we'll just add like some little tiny things just kind of pulling up from behind. It don't have to be leaves. They can be little curlies. They can be anything you want it to be. Okay. So now we got the start of base of our pumpkin. Back to our eyeballs. We're just going to go ahead and we're just going to make some little round circles here. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I keep rubbing my hands over it, which I really should put a cloth here so I don't, which is kind of making it blurry and ruining what we got here. So we're just going to go ahead, scribble it in there. You can add some shade if you want, get some of the shade going. Really, guys, I am literally scribbling, okay? Don't think, oh, I can't do this, or oh, that's not the way I would like it. You know what? I'm literally scribbling, and it's okay. We're going to go ahead and add one here just because I feel like that's an odd spot. Okay. Now we can come back over to our pumpkin. Now we can do it with or without. I wish I had a sharpener. You guys, ever since we moved up here in the house into this area, I can't find nothing. I know, right? It sucks. Okay. So we'll go ahead. Now with the pumpkin, you do want shading. And what's cool about that is we're actually going to start from the center and work our way out. And I don't know why, but something's telling me I want to start from the center. Now the center, we know on the pumpkins, you usually see this little curve right in front. So we're just going to make this a little curve. And go ahead. You can make it as dark or as light as you want. Just add some of this in. Now you think, oh, I'm just scribbling there again. Well, yeah, I am. You know what? And it's okay. Now we're going to go to our shader. And we're going to shade it. We're going to bring it in. I'm just going to pull it away from the edges as much as the ink or the pencil will let me. I really wish I can get to my color pens. Oh, wow. My hands are too big. I can't reach in there. They're in the top dreaded drawer of that. I know, right? It got stuck and my hands are way too big. So now I get to struggle with it for about a day or two until I can get the sucker to open up for me. I hate it when I bloody well lock myself out of my own art stuff.
I have black lipstick.
Now we're going to go ahead. We're going to loop around the top here by where the stem is. And we're just going to go ahead and loop that out. And we're going to come back to this outer one. And we're going to make ourselves a little bottom loop there. And just pull it up. You guys, another thing I like to do, and I haven't done it in a while, but you know what? I can now. I love painting my windows for Halloween. I put pumpkins on them and stuff like that. I've only done it a few times because, you know, when you rent a place, they don't like it. But I get to do that now. Woo-hoo. So we're going to have fun painting those. I'll probably do it from the inside out instead of the outside in. Okay, now with just scribbling, I'm going to add a little more pressure to make it a little darker because my shadow is not letting me do what I want it to do. So we're going to add darker. Literally, guys, we're just doing the circle base, okay? Absolutely nothing fantastic. It's just strictly for fun. Now, come back with our little shader here if you want, or your finger, and all you're going to do is shade it by pushing down. Hey, Anna, you better quit being mean to her. She's very old. Leave her alone. Sorry, that's Anna. She doesn't like any of the other animals coming near her. Picky little dog. And she just bulked up my little old lady. She's so old, it ain't funny. This is just a shader. I'm using it like I would a pencil. But I'm pushing very hard because if it was chalk, it would be so much easier. But once again, everything's in that drawer. I really hate that fact I can't get in there. Oops, here's my pencil. Now, right around the top here, guys, I'm going to go ahead and add a little darker. And then I'm going to pull up right around the stem. Just so we can start shading that in. And I'm just going to pull right on up to the top. And we're going to kind of just do another half moon underneath where the stem is. But not all the way. And then we're going to use that as our guide to kind of go sideways to sideways. So instead of up and down, we're going to go sideways. Now just kind of pulling that in, kind of give it that round look. And lighten it up. Let me come up to the top here. Now I'm going to do a cross motion the opposite way of what I just did, just to give it a little more detail and design right in there, make it stand out. And pick up our little shading tool and just kind of work it around it just a wee bit. Okay, now with the top part, I wish my pencil was a lot better than what it is. But we're just going to come from the edge. And we're just going to add a little darkness on it. Darkness. Make the edge a little darker on the top, guys. And then right in the middle of that, put a little dark line. And if you want, you can go through with your shader and shade some of that in. Then you go through and just pick up some of it and give it kind of like where you want the light to be most of the time. Now I will bring down my pencil with the eraser part, and I'm just going to add some white lines going through it where it's been shaded a lot, and that'll just kind of give it a little another dimension, so to say, and make it stand out just a wee bit more, like there's more details right in there. I'm not really erasing lines as much as I'm adding to my design.
This is going to be
Going to be what, baby? And then if you don't like it because you think you need a shading someplace, feel free to add that. There's no limitations here. And just add that, pull it in. And we'll just do it right here and do the same, pull that in a little more. All right. So now I'm going to go ahead and grab a pencil again. Oh, that is looking so cool, Red.
highlight.
You're doing fine. We'll go ahead and we're just going to take our designs. Like we got this little leaf here. We're just going to add some designs, a little dimension in it.
Oh, come on, it was fine on one side. Then it does the other, and it's like, no.
Okay, guys, let me show you something. Since this is just showing you guys different details and different things, and it's not an actual picture I want to, put in a frame, what we're going to do is I think it's important to show you guys a way to do a silk and leaves, okay? So most people might just kind of put a shape there and call it good, which I've done that. So I'm not saying it's right or wrong because it's neither. It's just what it is. It's how you see it. But on a leaf, so let's just draw a leaf. On a leaf, let's just say one that maybe is in a flower arrangement, a nice little false leaf. You just basically think of it as a sideways eye. Because if you turn it this way, you can turn that into an eye quite easily. But we're going to think of it as a sideways eye. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to add the stem to it. Okay? Oh, don't mess it up. It looks awesome.
I don't like the highlight.
You're doing great, kid. Keep it up. So this is a leaf. Now, a leaf, you could just fill it in green, whatever you want. But I want the details. So what I'm trying to show you guys is you can make some of the veins. Oh, my pencil's so dead. I'm just going to make some veins, which basically is a line that will come up from the base. And then you're just going to be curving them in to the other branch. So if I started here on this one, you can start the exact same way on this one. But I'm going to start from the centerpiece. I'm just going to pull up centerpiece up. I'm not starting at the same place. You can, but you do not have to, because a leaf does not have perfect lines. And we're just going to add some of those lines in there. And now, let's see what we can do with a pen for shading, since my pencil is basically dead. So this is a basic outline of our leaf. So let's just go ahead and let's give this line more of a vein look to it. So there's all kinds of different ways you can make them. There doesn't have to be one certain way, you guys. So you can see how the veins will go in the leaf. You can make them thick or thin, depends on the style of your leaf and what you like. And we're just giving them a little bit of detail here. And then we got the outside, which is kind of perfect because of the type of the leaf that it is. And then you, if you want, you can add little veins coming from the outside. Just kind of add a few little extras. Just right in here, some lines. And then you got your leaf. So simple leaf like in a flower arrangement. So if you want it, you can add this to your design. Okay, but the other one is they're kind of like this. Kind of trying to picture them in my head. I'm doing a lousy job at it, we can tell. And they're just kind of like this, which is fine too. Because this here, you still have the same concept as the veins. You still want to add those veins in there, you guys. Okay? And then you're going to go ahead once again, start from the bottom, and then you just kind of pull it out into that leaf. Now, if you want it, you can make it a little thicker, especially if you're going to be painting it. You want to add some of those highlight details in there. You can do that. You can make it thicker. And we're just going to pull them up. So this here just kind of gives you that ideal that it's not just a flat piece of paper with a scribble on it. There is a vein bringing this leaf to life that it was alive at one time. So depending on your design of what you're doing, you can add either type of leaf. Do pencils or pens, however you want. Now, another thing I wanted to show you guys before we call it. Oh my God, that's awesome. Yeah, we can cover this part of you up so we can take a snapshot and we can post it.
I think I need more shading over here.
And maybe some white around the top, kind of make it pop. That is amazing.
On the top of the lines or just like the top of the sun?
Like, you know how you have the shading?
Mm-hmm.
You want to add like maybe a little speckle of white here and there. Just like the lights hitting it. Now, what I want to do is the eyes. We've been making eyes pupils. Let me show you how to do an eye. Because like I said, this was just for fun. This is just nothing specific. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to add, remember how the leaf? We're just going to do it like that. And you can just do it straight across if you don't want to add any details. We'll just go ahead and go straight across. So here's the start of my eye. Now, the eye has a little ridge where a lot of ladies put the makeup. And a lot of men will put their makeup. So we're just going to go ahead. We're going to give it that slight little ridge. And as they hit each other, don't panic. It's okay. We're just going to add that ridge in there. Then we're going to have our white, which was this here. And this is the eye itself. Now on this eye here, go ahead and we're just going to add our pupil here. And then we're going to go ahead. Once again, I want the big overdrawn eye. And because it is over, it's bigger than most normal eyes would be. We're going to go ahead and we're going to add at the bottom here, kind of like where you would add if you kind of like just had a little wrinkle starting here or something. And we're going to make this part the front part of the eye. And we're just going to bring that up and over. It's kind of hard because I realize you guys are seeing this upside down. I'm sorry. And then once again, we're just going to bring our lines from the outside in. And then we're just going to add some little shading around here.
I'm not doing well with this.
Oh, that's okay. You keep it up. You're doing great. Better than what this is. I'm just doing this to give an idea.
No, that looks awesome. This sucks.
Oh, no, it don't. I want to learn how to do that. So what I'm going to do here on top, guys, is make it a little darker. And we're going to make eyelashes. Okay, a lot of people think eyelashes are just going like that across the top of your eye. And it's okay if that's how you want to do them. But let me show you a little secret. Eyelashes, remember this is the front part of my eye. I probably actually did it backwards. So we're going to go, I actually did do it backwards. We're going to go ahead, pretend this is the front part of my eye, which I would bring my eyebrow up through here if I was going to do all that detail. Okay? So what we're going to do is I wanted to show you eyelashes. Now, if we took our eraser And we race it like, because some people like the little whites to be shown on the top of the eyelid, like they put paint or makeup. What we're going to do is we're going to come right in here, and you're going to start from the middle and just going to pull up, not so far, of course, and make it kind of round and just pull up, okay? And as you get to the outer side, of course, it's the last. I just went too far on that pull up. You don't have to go that far. And we're just going to round it. Now, here's the clincher. Most people will just continue to do it that way. When I say most people, I just mean in general. I'm not pointing out anybody.
Okay, does this shading still looks bad?
No, I think it's awesome. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead. We were pulling this way. And we got our eyelashes started here. Okay, now we're going to flip it. We're going to start pulling the other way. Once again, you're coming to where that's at and you're pulling it. So the centerpiece, for the lack of a better way to say it, pretend it's a V. And the separating is going between the two. A V. Okay, now on the bottom, it's the exact same thing, but you're going, instead of just kind of going up, you're going to pull down at an angle. So you're going to be pulling down slightly. Or however you want your eyelashes on the bottom. And then again, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to flip it when we go the opposite way. And then you just kind of make them as long or as short as you would like them. And do any details that you want to do to it. Like maybe an eyebrow or something, eyelash. Okay. And maybe if you want it, because the upper part of the eye, maybe there's a little ridge back here behind these eyelashes. You just might want to fill that in just a little darker so they can see. And then, of course, this is the end here. And then we would have our hair. And that's where your nose would start. So, pretty big eye. I like it. But anyways, just fun scribbling. So you got this kind of eye where you're just showing your eyeball. You can make your cat eye. You can just scribble out pieces of eyes and leave a bunch of them empty where it looks like it's the back side of the eye. I should say eyeball because these are the eyeballs. So this is just the real basic, you guys. Something fun. So when you're sitting and watching TV and you don't like what you're watching, but you gotta watch it for some bloody reason or another, you just go ahead and sit here and practice sketching whatever you want to do. So I'm going to raise you guys up. Oh, and one crucial thing, you guys, I don't care if you're just scribbling. Always, always, always sign your work. Okay? It doesn't matter if this is something you're going to throw away. Sign it. Someday it just might pay off. You can also date it. And what, raising you guys up, watch your eyes. Hi, Pearl. Hey, everybody. If anybody's still on there, Pearl is my niece. Great niece. My family's growing. I can't keep track. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this. And let me know what you think. And as always, be blessed.